have Mama V also, but you also splendidly, well, fashionable, looking good. I say, you look good.
Thank you.
You always dress like a banker these days. Why?
Maybe I'm heading to the bank. You never know.
Maybe a lawyer or something.
We're getting there.
Maybe your dreams will come to pass. We'll see how that goes.
Good morning, everybody.
What do we have for today?
Well, today is World Population Day, but that's a conversation we have every year. I remember last year, the conversation was on how, ideally, if people were having 2 children or 3, it would be better. Don't have a lot of children, because we're growing as a country. We're really, and the infrastructure
there's a summit for family planning sponsored by the Melinda Gates Foundation, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And it's for 37 countries, and 27 of them are coming from Africa. It is estimated that by 2045, 2050, we're going to have a population of 2.4 billion people added to the current 7 billion we have.
Oh my God.
And half of that population is going to come from Africa. So 1.2 billion people going to be added to the world's population coming from Africa if we don't stop the current rate at which we give birth. Rough. but at the heart of the conversation also is about how, if we undertake proper family planning methods and care, it could take people out of poverty. Yeah. Because you live a better life or a quality life if you don't have a lot of strain on your finances and your emotions and the stresses of life.
That's true. You're absolutely right.
How many kids do you have, by the way?
So today I take a trip to one of, and we say in Accra, is one of the densely populated areas in Accra.
I lived not too close from there some few years ago. So
but there are a lot of perceptions and there are a lot of myths, I must say. That's why I'm going to Bukom this morning. And I want to sit down with some of the local women.
And have frank conversation.
Exactly. Because, the perception out there is, there are a lot of women coming from such areas who are just giving birth. And I want to run that idea by them. How do they feel by this kind of perception? Do you use contraception
in any way?
All right, so that conversation is yes, I do, and I have said it so many times on the show. Where have you been?
I've not been there.
Okay, so we will be live from Bukom later this morning, right here on the AM show. As we talk population, we're linking, family planning to population development, if you like. So that will be a good conversation. Please stay right there for all the details. But of course, we've got AM Talk as well. Our guests will be seated at exactly 7. Today, we're going to be on point. And me, Lanti Vanderpois, Member of Parliament for Odododio. It's his constituency I'm going to, by the way. And Kwamina Mankwai Siama is a Member of Parliament for Fantiakwa North constituency, which is in the Eastern region. And then Roland, you showed excerpts of that documentary in the news a bit earlier. Joseph Opoku-Kapo has a documentary. But we want to, on the fall armyworm, the fact that we have assurances.
I disagree with the title of that. I thought it should have been the Worm Hunters or something.
Okay, so when he comes on the show, you can fight with him over the title of that documentary. But we have a conversation on the back of that. The continuous spread of fall armyworm pest, despite government assurances, it is under control. So he will be here also with Mr. Kwesi Kobo, who is with the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. That conversation would be right after my Bukom conversation here on the AM show. And then, of course, Ketsi Etel will bring you some entertainment, and then we will wrap up the show beautifully. But you can send us messages, WhatsApp messages, and regular text messages as well. We'll do the newspapers now. We've got the Daily Graphic.
All right, so we got the Daily Graphic, and quickly...
I can.
Yes, sure. There's one interesting story there.
Yeah, in the graphic?
That has caught our imaginations over the last 12 hours.
Oh, okay. Front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. University of Education, Winneba suffers another setback. We brought you details of that in our AM news. Okay, so this is the story that Roland's talking about. Ameu's office bagged. National security.
It's a big issue.
Investigates.
To me.
That story is on page 44. How did the person even gain access to the office to plant those equipment?
Forget it.
Okay, well, that one, it could be easy, eh?
Shata will tell you, forget it.
Oh, my God. But they say it's like a sophisticated, gadgets.
Whether they bag your office, forget it.
What kind of filth do they want to dig on him? I mean, what did they want to get? They want
sure
to.
Maybe they wanted to know if the Chinese woman will visit him. Sometimes some of those things that they'll be monitoring him and see whether he's doing the job according to the dictates.
But I guess this goes to say that he's doing a good job.
I think this also goes to say that we don't know if anything bad had transpired since they started monitoring.
Well, he's not worried. He's not worried if there's any information that's gone out.
I hope that nothing untoward took place in that office. Otherwise, by this time, his botos is hot. Sorry, botos.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but Mr. Pitame,
Charlie,
there are other headlines on the front page of the Daily Graphic. I'll put presidency on the line to fight Galamsey. And did you hear the president say this? I mean, when I listened to the tape yesterday, I was like, oh my God. He says he's been saying this at cabinets. He hasn't said it openly.
It reminds me of John Mahama when he went to the University of Cape Coast and said that he doesn't mind if he loses his presidency. That thing
over what?
The allowances. He said, John Mahama, I lost the election. Nana Dotu is saying this.
No, but I don't know. I think
I don't like
context is different.
Last week we were just talking about tongue motivation, tongue. When I heard it yesterday, I didn't feel
you cringed,
good.
He's an assertive man. I want to believe, this is what he believes, and he will definitely go all out.
No, it's the tongue. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not assertive, but it's the tongue.
I think it's
because
legacy.
I'm saying the people who have interest.
But listen, this fight has continued for a while, though. It's continued for a while.
Leading even to bagging ministers' office. So it's not easy.
But do you even know the temptation involved in this?
Bagging,
if somebody offered you gold like this, Roland, do you know how much that is worth?
You know the bagging things. I only see it on NSI, CSI, Commando movies, Rambo, and those things. But I never see life. Now the thing is life. It's serious.
Let's finish off with the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper. Highway Authority orders traders out of tunnel ends. So traders on the edges of the road leading to the tunnel that connects East Legon to the Spintex in Accra have been given a week to evacuate their wares to pave way for expansion works on the tunnel to start. Okay, this is, I guess, a clearer direction, because initially I think we thought, oh, are they going to build another tunnel somewhere else? But apparently it's an expansion of the already existing tunnel. But is that a better idea to the overpass that the previous administration had said they wanted to do?
That would have been done from Flower Pot, where we have Palace Shopping Mall.
Yeah.
And that would have extended right above the motorway.
Oh, okay. Straight into East Legon.
Fantastic.
Huh.
You live at East Legon?
No, I don't.
Residential.
Okay, so you can read. Yesterday, Matilda Wemaga visited the area. I think work is actually going to start today. But now that the graphic is also reporting that the traders have been given a week to evacuate, then is work really going to start today? Well, we'll let you know. When it happens. But if you're using that stretch of the road, for the next couple of weeks, months, because they say it's going to take 10 months, that's not an option for you. Otherwise, you probably have to leave home at 4 a.m. There are more stories in the Daily Graphic newspaper.
I was hearing that the motorway will be affected. Those who will be plying the motor. I apply the motor every day, 24/7.
But they'll be working under. How does it affect the top?
I don't know.
Well, we'll wait to see. Let them start the work, and then we'll see how it affects all of us.
All right. So I have the next step I have to do. They will put it on the front page. Well, that's the Daily Guide. Please look at it. It's a minister's office bagged, and you even have the gadget there bang.
Is it the same gadget or this is like
the same thing? Oh, yeah. The thing was placed. This is the back of the coat of arms.
So who discovered it?
Intelligence officers of government.
Who discovered it?
They use something. They screen. They have something that they use in screening. Some machines. The detector machines.
What prompted that?
They said, well, yesterday when I read the story, they said there are routine checks that are undertaken in the offices of ministers.
Okay. I have plenty of questions. Okay, go ahead. You finish off.
To mind.
I said today we have to be on time.
That's how come that
we have to be, Roland, finish up.
Hey, Ghana, things are happening. But let's look at other stories also on the front page. Apart from this, the minister's office bagged with video and audio gadgets. You have a picture there of the gadgets. This one, CSI, NSI gadgets.
I almost made it to his office last week. I would have been on the tape.
I'm telling you, it would have been there.
I would have been recorded.
But nothing untoward would have happened. Nana appoints Edward Mahama ambassador. Doctor's lover missing. Adjoa Safo fights back. Adjoa Safo,
you should stop
what's
the
the
fight,
spelling
stop the
of the
fights.
name? Is it S?
There's no R. The one with an R is not her.
No, but you see the letters. One of them that the stamp they use has an R. But the caption doesn't have an R.
You remember when Kojo Ponkroma appeared before the appointments committee where she sits? She talked about how people had used her name to create accounts on social media and things like that. And then that was where I got the clarification with her, the spelling of her name, because she said, and people use the one with an R and things like that, and that's not my name.
So what about the letter the stamp?
Did she say that at the appointments committee?
No, I'm telling you, I have the
stamp.
Yesterday, the stamp
well, I'm finished the Daily Guide. Let's move on.
Yo. Okay, let's look at other stories too.
Stop trying to be
In fact, we won't look at other stories. Which one do you have next?
I want the
Let
Finder.
me give you the Finder.
Yeah, front page of the Finder newspaper. The Finder. Bust blows $300,000 on TSL monthly. I'll tell you what that is in a bit. Okay. Also, stop maltreating Ghanaians. Akufo-Addo tells Qatar, I put my presidency on the line for Galamsey fights. That's the president emphatically saying that there when he met chiefs yesterday. PPA fights fraud with e-procurement platform. But this story on page 2 on Busts says the Bulk Oil Storage and Transportation Company Limited, with effect from January 1, 2016, pays $3.6 million annually to TSL Logistics Ghana Limited, a subsidiary of a Nigerian company, as operations, maintenance, and management fees in a deal that was rocked with controversy when it was signed. This translates into a monthly payment of $300,000 for outsourcing the management of its petroleum storage facilities within the Accra Plains Depot to TLC. TLC's monthly charge was reduced from $660,000 to $300,000 a year, exclusive of utilities charges, taxes, and this was achieved through negotiations, according to Boston. As for the rest of the story, please grab the Finder and read it for yourself. Asemo.
Elvis Dako.
Yes, this is Elvis. You know, this actually came up with the whole contaminated thing, but it didn't really surface. But I think now they're putting the spotlight on it. Charlie,
this is good,
the work that TLC is doing is a work that Boss itself cannot do.
Charlie, let me go to work at Boss.
Charlie Gala, eh? Oh.
I think I have to call the president.
Charlie, talk about this on AM Talk. Open it up, yeah?
Hey.
Open it up.
Boss will be sweet, though. Now we have the Ghanaian Times. On the front page of the Ghanaian Times, we have President raps Qatar demands an end to maltreatment of Ghanaians. And we know that the Gulf states and the rest of the Emirati is where we have a lot more of Ghanaians and those of African origin being at the end of backlashes and molestation accusations at the hands of the Emirati as well as the Gulf region hosts. And sometimes the stories have not been palatable at all. While the Egypt to Brazil show, okay, let me say it well, Egypt and Brazil show interest in aviation sector. So we have Egypt and Brazil showing interest in the aviation sector of Ghana. And then we also have BNI investigating the discovery of listening device in minister's office. Not only listening, video.
What precaution are other ministers
and we're
taking?
told that the output is transmitted outside the office. It's serious.
And they say it can go far. It could even go outside the country.
Oh, cry. So I want to know, are they now investigating? Because I know the CSI, the CIA, and the movies that we see, when they see, they'll trace it. They'll let it be there, and then they'll trace. But I don't know, Ghana people, we went to remove it before we said. So I don't know, did we trace it? Or we went to remove it, and now we want to trace? Because the people now, they know. Africa.
Roland,
the white people, the one I see
watching
movies.
a crime series? You are not.
That one.
This is real
when
life.
They see it, then they'll cover it. Then they'll wait. They'll trace it down to the source. But Ghana, we will remove it and come and announce.
You don't know if
it's a problem.
You don't know if that's what they've done. I said stop being nice.
All right, so we have fake lawyer in police grip, and then we have on the back page PPA acquires e-system, and Joseph Opoku-Gapo talked to us with Angelos Kastrasikov, Hastikriarikos, and Charlie. It's not name.
Roland, you see this thing with Qatar, this statement that the president made to Qatar. Is Qatar not the one that is almost standing alone now? Maybe Qatar, with Iran? Yes. Qatar is the one that
has been made isolated by Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
We also have Egypt, Oman, Bahrain, and
exactly.
the rest of the Gulf states.
Okay.
Because it seems to have, according to those states, Qatar is said to be sponsoring ISIS.
Yeah.
Even though the other accusation is that we're also told that some anti-ISIS also insurgents are also being sponsored by Saudi Arabia and the rest of the Gulf states. So
okay, I just wanted to read a bit of what the president
said. Because food supplies don't go into that country.
So according to President Akufo-Addo, the ill treatment of Ghanaians has, quote, been a constant complaint, and I think that the good relations that exist between our two countries mean that authorities in Qatar should try and do something about it so that those complaints can stop.
Is the president in Qatar? Or you're speaking Ghana? Let's find out.
Well, you have to read the paper. President Akufo-Addo made this known yesterday when the ambassador of the state of Qatar to Ghana, His Excellency Mohammed Jabbar Al-Kuwari, presented his letter of credentials to him. So it was the ambassador visiting the president. All right, it will be a wrap with the newspapers because, we're almost running out of time now. Let's do the online review in a bit.
Okay, but let's do the last one.
Today.
The Today newspaper. Amewu's office bagged. Audiovisual recorder retrieved. This is correct headline. Then we have another mining disaster loom. Stop maltreating Ghanaians, President tells Qatar. So those are the stories we have.
I've got a belated happy birthday to Abigail in Council of GN Bank, Dunkwa. We cherish you and may God bless and keep you in his abundance grace. Alex in Kansa sending that message. Here's another one. We've got lots of messages, by the way. I think yesterday we didn't read messages. This one says, I find it extremely difficult to get it. Our security agencies telling the whole nation that Galamseyers operates their illegal activities in the dark, thus could not arrest them. Can they also work at night? No wonder over 85% of Ghanaians go to bed at night without working. Abu in Teshi. Totally appalled. Thank you very much. Somebody sending us a nice message. Japyong in Ejura. Yeah, you said I didn't read your messages yesterday, but I actually didn't read any messages yesterday, so apologies to all of you.
All right. So, Mamavi, quickly, we have to take a look at the stories we have on Major Online. We have a couple of stories, Mamavi.
University of Education Winneba countersuits against plaintiff thrown out. Let's move on quickly, run through the stories on myjoyonline.com. NDC denies existence of Metal Nunu's acclaimed pre-2016 election survey that signaled defeats. Here is a full list of Akufo-Addo's 22 newly appointed ambassadors. I think the person that we're most interested in, as for news people and drama and sensitization, is Edward Muhammad, the fact that he belongs to a different political party. But you can check out the newly appointed ambassadors, 22 of them, on myjoyonline.com. Akufo-Addo gives Mahama roaming ambassadorial role. The 2016 presidential candidate, okay, that's the PNC, presidential candidate we're talking about. But his role is roaming. Like, I wonder what that is. But
roaming what?
Okay, there's another one. Clothe us.
Is it part of those who have been appointed?
Of summon, and we will fight Galamsey. That's chiefs saying that, but this is Thugbi Afwether the 14, who is the president of the National House of Chiefs. Chief Momen, Ghana at 60 Committee Saga, an eye-opener. You can read this, written by KSM. Is it written or he's talking about it? Whichever way, please read and find out. I'll put my presidency on the line for Galamsey Fine Akufo-Addo, saying there yesterday as he met.
But I love the conviction, though. Just that the fight is not a
government
fight.
to raise 57 billion Ghana cedis by September through treasury bills, bonds. Lots of stories there. Galamsey fight. Government deploys military in a couple of weeks. They say these are special.
Shall I go up? This is beautiful.
For this. I know what you're talking about.
No, the story about Dominic Nito. Please go up.
Not true.
Oh, is that the story?
Yeah, that's the story.
Okay,
I thought it was the Beyonce you saw.
Which,
but I just read
Beyonce?
that.
Please go up and let's see whether there's Beyonce there.
You're not correct. You're not correct. Oh, it's Serena.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hey, Serena is beautiful.
Serena Williams' love match. You know she's pregnant. That's why she's
why
not.
Is she going?
She's not playing the one
post new.
This is not new. Have you really? Have you followed her really closely?
Yeah,
Serena.
She has one on Vanity Fair magazine.
Sally, as for Serena, there, she loves her body. She's got a great body, by the way. She shows it off as and when. People go and watch her play tennis just because of her body. Do you know the number of Ghanaians? Do you know the number of Ghanaians who just want to go and see her play, not because of the game?
Yeah. But she doesn't mind. She's like Beyonce.
City FM will reclaim lands lost to Galamsey. That's according to Nanado. Akufo-Addo makes PNC's Edward Mahama ambassador at large. Winneba High Court dismisses University ambassador of Education Winneba application. That's the roaming ambassador. I'm not too surprised about uncovered spine.
So he'll be monitoring other ambassadors.
That's I don't know. ICU pressurizes government over new NLC bosses
what
appointments.
Kind of position is that?
Lots of stories on City FM online as well. Let's wrap up with BBC.
Okay,
right.
So we have the world email linked Russia to Trump Jr. meeting.
Yeah.
Apparently
he was, somebody sent him an email. He was trying to dig debts on Hillary Clinton. So
somebody misled him.
Well, did they mislead him? Because he actually met a lawyer from Russia.
Misleading.
Now, both members of the Senate, some of them are calling for him to testify, give details of that. There's the Africa page here, Kenya MPs to get 15% pay cuts. The salary review is part of a plan to cut the public sector wage bill by 35%. Do same here in Ghana. I'm sure there'll be a lot of noise. Okay, so Benedict comes up next. We'll read more of your messages in the course of the programming this morning. I had to book home this morning to sit down with some of the women.
About childbirth.
Yeah, we talk family planning linked to population development, live from Bukom right here on the show. But Benedict will be here with a lot more. Manchester United finally seals a great deal. The next season will be good. But I heard you say that Nadal. I'm not a Nadal fan. Oh.
I know. I said you love tennis.
Yeah, but you said
no.
I was crying for Nadal.
Yeah.
I watched the game. I wanted him out.
Yeah, of course.
It was a tough game.
Because he's one of the nemesis of Roger Federer.
No, I haven't particularly liked him. You know why?
And Djokovic.
No, you know why? He's too strong on the ball.
No, he's too macho-ish.
Like
he's not romantic.
You should have seen him yesterday. Everything is just hard.
That's why he's always
like
having
he really wants to win.
Injuries and all.
But when you watch Federer, oh my God, it's like music.
The backhand.
It's a flow. Did you see that the last time?
No, I didn't watch that one.
That's why I love Federer. He's in great form. That's the kind of tennis I like, by the way.